Ho ho ho! And welcome to We Hate Anime Presents Diehard, a Fist of Filmreel Christmas special, which we're unfortunately showing for this week's episode because of a schedule mishap. Anime of the Year has been slightly delayed to the next episode because I wanted it to be big with some returning guests, and it just kind of ended up not working out as well as I wanted it to. So in the meantime, I have the Christmas episode of Fists of Filmreel to show you all, and I hope you will join us in the next episode, where we actually duke it out in the marketplace of ideas to determine what the best anime is of 2020. A shit year with some good shows. Anyway, hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Fists of Filmreel, where we're damn good cops who don't play by the rules, but we get the job done. I'm here with Frog King, as usual.
I'm a damn good cop who doesn't play by the rules, but you goddamn know it that I get the job done.
And, of course, I'm still Nicole. Mike and Enzo are both missing from this episode because Mike is not feeling very well and had to take a little break, which, you know, happens to the best of us. It's important to take breaks. And Enzo was going to be on this episode, but his internet just fucking died while we were trying to record, so that
Enzo's secretly
didn't pan
here,
out.
you guys just don't know that.
Yeah, he's still listening to the recording, and I believe watching Frog's live stream of the game he plays while recording. Here's some inside baseball for y'all.
If you have ADHD, you'll get it, okay? I have trouble focusing on a conversation unless I'm really invested in it, and it's just a movie.
Yeah, it's fine. It hasn't harmed recording in any of the previous, almost 10 episodes,
exactly.
So, why would it be a problem now?
For the last, 90% of We Hate Anime and all of this show, I've played video games. So, that joke I made about playing Risk of Rain 2, a couple episodes ago, I said, whilst playing Risk of Rain 2.
So this week, we watched Diehard, which is widely known as one of the great classic action films.
Widely known as one of the movies that exists.
Indeed it is.
I made the joke for the second time.
Yes, and you kept the same energy both times, probably because it's a low energy bad joke. But yeah, it's a good movie. I like it a lot. I recommend watching it before listening to us spoil it because it's good. It is pretty pro cop, not pro the institution of policing per se, but it is pro it's pro having an institution of policing. It's not pro the current institution of policing, but the way that it constructs that criticism is basically the higher ups, they just won't let the cops get the job done. There's too much red tape, etc., which is lame. It's like the Dirty Harry thing. That's a lot of movies starring police officers,
It's fine. It's a movie.
Yeah, no, it's just,
I don't care.
It's just, it's not it doesn't really hurt the film. It's something that you can easily just suspend your disbelief and say, fine, whatever. I guess John McClane is just that good of a cop or whatever.
He really is,
but
though, to be fair.
Yeah, but it is something that it can be a little bit distasteful to certain modern tastes in some ways. But I think that if you can get past that, it's definitely worth it because it's a very good movie regardless.
100%.
Yep.
I think it's actually one of my favorite movies. It's really, really good. Yeah,
no, it's just very fucking solid.
There's I don't know, there's it's not quite as action-packed as a lot of the other movies talked about on the show before, but at the same time, it's got a really fun energy to it that I don't know, that a lot of movies just can't kind of capture, that I don't find.
Mm-hmm.
There's a really good buddy-buddy energy to, communications between, our main character and, a sidekick, and...
it just has, it has this feel to it that it's just this movie's kind of the platonic ideal of a Western action film,
Yeah, I think I'd say so.
Yeah.
Because it's Westerners know they can't do action as well as, anywhere else, basically, so they supplement it with other stuff.
Right, yeah. They've got, this movie has so many different, character arcs going on, throughout the entire thing. It's nuts. Yeah, no, it's really good. So yeah, go watch this before we spoil it right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
Here comes the spoilers, right now.
So, spoiler number 1, this movie starts on an airplane.
That's true. This movie does start on an airplane. You've been spoiled.
Yes, yeah, John McClane is on an airplane.
There are no
to
snakes
LA.
on this airplane.
No, not even one. Well, probably anyway. I mean, it's unclear. We don't see the whole plane. Maybe there's a snake somewhere, and we're just not privy to it. You know,
It's very possible there's a snake on this airplane.
very possible.
A motherfucking
But we don't.
snake on that motherfucking plane.
Yeah, but we don't know about it. What we do know about is that there's like a weird guy sitting next to John McClane and like telling him like, "Hey, make a fist with your toes." And then that's it. He says that. That's his entire line.
I don't think that has any significance to the rest of the movie, unless like someone had like this weird symbolic thought when like writing the script. Like, wait a minute.
There is a moment later on when like John like is like remarking on it to himself and kind of chuckling about it. But no, it's not really relevant. It's just like a weird little interesting like intro, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Now the guy does actually say more than just make fists with your toes. Like he's saying that it's something about like how to like not get sick coming down from a plane ride or something like that. But I don't get it. I don't
Maybe
like.
it implies that John is not used to planes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, I get like the function it serves in the story, which is just to be like this like funny little opening. But like I don't get like what the guy is trying to like convey. Like in universe, I don't know what this guy is trying to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, John is friendly enough with him, and he gets off the plane, and he's in the fucking airport, and somebody notices that he's got a gun, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry." Oh no, it's before he gets off the plane. It's while he's like grabbing his luggage. The guy that he was talking to sees that he's got like a gun tucked into his jacket in like a little holster there, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm a cop."
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once again, this movie is before criticisms of police started hitting like the mainstream left-leaning audience. You know, that was still like a pretty radical idea back in 1988. Mm-hmm. So cop is coded as good guy as far as this film is concerned.
Well, to be fair, there are about a cops who like are portrayed as like being dumb idiots. So.
Sure, yeah. But it's like that's not so much tied to the fact that they're cops as the fact that they're like bureaucrats, you know?
Yeah.
It's the fact that they have like they're desk job guys, which the film does not respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, after that
the guys who shoot people, no, those guys are real heroes.
Exactly, those are the heroes. That is how you be a hero. You shoot people.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, this is an action movie, so
That kind of is true, I guess, considering it's an action movie.
Right, like, and just like that concept is like, that can be the theme of an action movie without it necessarily being like a commentary on real life, because we understand that action movies kind of want to be entertaining through the use of violence.
What?
Yeah, crazy, right?
No, you're being dumb, sorry.
You're right, I am. Anyway, after that, we go to the tower in which most of this movie will take place, because this is actually the prequel to The Raid. And in this tower, you hear, you find out that, that's where his wife is. That's where John McClane's wife is working. And you also find out that that is where his wife is having troubles with him. Because, you see her, she's, like, talking with this, like, dickhead named Ellis, who also works at the place. Man, fuck that guy. Like, man, fuck Ellis. We'll get more into fuck Ellis later, but man, fuck Ellis.
I love to hate him. He's just a...
Yeah, no, he's an excellent character. Fuck him.
I love him. Hate him. He sucks. Great.
Yeah.
Love him.
But so we see some conversation between her and Ellis. Ellis is clearly trying to get it in. Like, he really wants to get it in.
Like, the most.
Yeah. And, but, she's not really having it, and we see in her office she's got a picture of herself with John and their two kids, but we also know that, like, even though they're family, she's not too happy with them, because she turns and, like, sees the picture there and, like, flips it down, so it's face down on the table, it's no longer visible. What could this mean? Yeah.
Could they be having trouble? A man and a woman?
Fucking wild, right?
Married No.
Yeah. So we come back to the airport where John is being picked up by his limo driver, who's a black youth by the name of Argyle.
I love him so
Argyle
much.
is so good. Like, Argyle is fucking great. And like right off the bat, like, he's establishing himself with a lot of personality. Like, I mean, even right away, like, John John does not, like, get in the back of the limo. He sits up front with Argyle, and Argyle is just, like, making conversation with him about, like, oh yeah, we got all kinds of stuff in here. We got a CD player, we got a CB radio, there's even a little TV. Like, this stuff's crazy, man. Like, we're fucking rolling in it here. Look at this fucking limo, dude. And,
It's
and you know, he's getting, like, really personal with John, too. And he explains how, like, oh yeah, this is my first time driving a limo. I'm usually a cab driver where you're expected to make some conversation. But, like, the directions that conversation goes are, like, kind of weird. Because he asks, like, if John has a family and whatnot, and John's like, yeah, you know, I'm fucking got a wife. And he's like, oh, are you divorced? It's like,
he goes really right for personal shit right away. Like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah, but
cool.
But yeah, don't worry about it, because Argyle's based.
Pretty based.
Yeah. The only person in the back seat during this scene is the teddy bear that John brought,
Yeah.
which is huge and is just sitting there in the back seat. So Argyle goes and drops him off, and Argyle establishes himself as a cool dude by being like, "Hey man, listen, let me know if you get it in, and if so, I'll fucking drop your stuff off at the front desk. If not, I'll pick you up and take you to a hotel instead."
That's exactly how he puts it.
Yeah, like it's like Argyle's a cool guy. He's here for my man, you know.
Yeah.
And he goes and he parks in the parking structure to wait to hear back from John, and just chills in the back seat with the bear.
The bear.
And that's where Argyle is for most of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, so John goes inside and he sees, like, oh wow, there's like a fucking crazy ass, like, touchscreen interface here. Let me find my wife on it. M for McLean.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not under M for McLean.
My name, M.
Yeah. G for what's her last name? It's like it sounds like vaguely Hispanic, right?
I think it's like Gennaro. I think it was.
Yeah, Gennaro.
As if it
that's
was
what
like
it is.
generic last name. Like,
I mean, it's not really that generic though, because it definitely has like a Hispanic sound.
no,
to
I
it,
know,
you
but like Gennaro as in generic.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I get that, but like it actually isn't though.
Pacino.
Anyway, what?
Pacino.
That's what it is.
Don't-
Yeah, her
Pacino.
last name is Pacino. She's Liz Pacino.
Yes.
So he goes and he hits P for Pacino, and then he
Wife of
finds her.
Dunk.
Yeah, so he goes and he finds her under a name other than his. He's like, oh, that bitch. Oh.
I'm gonna fuck her. Oh.
So he goes upstairs, where there's the party's going on, and he meets up with her boss, who shows him into Ellis's office, where they just walk in on Ellis doing a line of coke.
Yeah, Ellis is
Like,
he's enjoying it too. He's like, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
kind of feels like he got caught with his pants down, I guess.
yeah,
I feel a little
basically,
bad
like,
for
because he kind of like tries to hide it a bit, but it's like it's completely unhideable. Like, it's obvious what's going on. But he like tries to stand up, and he's like, "Oh, I was just looking over reports."
Yeah,
It's like, dude, I like when we walked in, like, you had your thumb covering one nostril as you were like sucking in air through the other, like bent over your desk.
He also, like, a cool thing that you pointed out, I think either you or Mike, is just like he was sniffing the entirety of during that scene after he got caught.
Yeah, Mike
Like
pointed
he
that
just
out.
couldn't
Yeah,
stop.
like,
Like,
which is very, very, very accurate. From what I've seen of people doing coke, which I've not done myself, but yeah, when people do that, they do be sniffing. They do be sniffing.
Nicole just says that not to get in trouble.
Look, I'll be upfront about what illegal substances I have partaken of. There is one. It is the marijuana, but not any other. That's
It's not
it.
illegal.
It is here.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, they walk in on Ellis doing coke to establish that Ellis is like, he's that kind of an 80s businessman, you know?
Yeah,
He's
the kind who does coke.
well, you know, he's like a high-powered businessman who's very, you know, set on his own movement upward, and he just wants to fucking get as much out of it as he can, which means doing coke, obviously, because coke is something he can get out of it.
So a libertarian.
Yeah, he's kind of a RoboCop character. Have you ever seen RoboCop?
Like half of it, like when I was like 6.
We'll have to watch that on here sometime, because that movie's really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so he walk. Jeez, fucking. Let me try that again. He fucking walks in on Ellis doing coke, and Ellis is like, "Oh, I'll fucking show you up to your wife's office as soon as I am able to breathe again through this thin filter of dust on my nose.
This peculiar. What's going? I didn't ask for this.
Exactly. Who would have thought that there would be weird stuff in my nose if I snorted something weird?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like there was sugar on the table. I didn't want it to go to waste.
So he goes upstairs, he goes to his wife's office, and they're, like, kind of trying to, like, be nice to each other, but then he kind of is like, yeah, but what about your fucking name change, bitch? What the fuck about that, huh, cunt? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Fucking mean word.
Exactly,
Those are
yeah.
mean
He calls...
word, probably. I forget what he said specifically. It was not very nice. They weren't getting along by the end of it.
Yeah, he didn't, like, swear at her, I don't think, but he was definitely, like, acting kind of cunty about the name thing.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
he was being a fucking bit of a high school girl about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, and she's like, oh, I fucking, this is a Japanese company. If they hear that I'm, like, married, they assume that I'm, like, on my way out of the business, which is not inaccurate to, like, Japan's work culture and their views on like, that's a totally believable explanation. Go watch Agretsuko. Anyway. Yeah, so... But, you know, it is at this point that the plot of the film arrives. We are done with the setup now.
We found it, guys.
Yeah,
we did
because,
it.
I mean, like, I think that the setup in this movie is, like, solid, and I think that it does what it does well, but, like, it is a little bit slow. I think that slowness works for it because it, like, really allows the movie to ramp up as it goes on, but it's definitely, like, this next moment here is, like, when shit starts happening, because a couple guys, like, roll up to the front of the building, and they come in, and one is, like, making conversation with the other, and the one who is not talking just pulls out a gun and just caps the guy right there while the other guy just continues speaking, and then they, like, get in and start fucking around with the computer back there.
I quite enjoyed that little part, actually. It's like...
Yeah, no, it's a good touch.
Because, like, the guy's seamless is, like... You can kind of tell, like, they know what they're doing, but at the same time, it's also a case of, like, I don't know, like, it's like they're professional, but also, like, they're having fun with it, too.
They're clearly good at what they're doing, but they're not, like, being super professional about it.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. Like, professionalism's not really their thing, but it's also, like, they're still professionals.
Right. But yeah, so they get in behind the counter, they start fucking around with the computer system, because of course they do. They deactivate the elevators, like, outside of a certain range, and they start locking down all sorts of windows. They lock down the parking garage, and they take the receptionist's clothing and replace him with one of themselves. Which is going to be very relevant later. So they start moving forward, and there's a guard there, and they, like, see him around the corner, so they take out, like, a little hockey puck looking thing, and they, like, throw it around the corner, and it explodes with, like, a big old flash. Like, it's like a little, it's not exactly a flashbang, but it serves a similar function.
Right.
And they use that as, like, you know, to stun him so that they can quickly pop him off. These guys clearly have no fucking qualms whatsoever about just murdering a guy for being in the wrong spot. And yeah, they shut down all the elevators and shit. One guy goes back into, like, the maintenance area and starts, like, cutting cords when it comes to, like, right, what it is, and this is something that, like, I kind of had to figure out by watching what happens later in the film, is that, like, they're cutting all of, like, the lines for like, communications and whatnot. But before that, he has to, like, isolate certain lines that are relevant to the computer system and the vault that they're trying to get into, and, like, give them, like, little separate hookups so that they can still do that.
Yeah, so this guy's, like, trying to, like, maybe just, like, kind of cut the right stuff, I guess.
Well, what he's trying to do is, he's got to, like, cut the lines in a specific way and then, like, reconnect them in a specific other way.
Yeah, I guess. But then this other fucking guy.
Yeah, this other guy, like, just comes in and is like, alright, time's up, chainsaw through the entire fucking, like, pipes that the wires are running through. And the guy who's working on the wires, like, just barely gets through it in time before it all gets fucked up. And he, like, yells at the guy, like, wait, no, stop, I'm not done yet. And the guy's just like, nope, yeah, you're done. Time to go.
Kind of a dumb thing to do, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a sad, because this is the guy who's, like, he's the long-haired German guy. And he's kind of a fucking meathead, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of his thing.
No, him?
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's at this point that Alan Rickman arrives in one of his
Yeah.
earlier roles.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice it was Alan Rickman. I've seen this movie before, but I was pretty young, so I didn't recognize it as being Alan Rickman, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, he's way younger and actually like pretty hot in this movie.
He's really good in this movie too. I
yeah,
actually
no,
quite
he's
like
great.
the way he portrays the character.
Yeah. So
This is,
he comes in. He comes into the like the Christmas party and shit, and just fucking takes command. Is yanking people out of their fucking hotel rooms, out of their offices, pulling them into like the main room where they've got guns and shit trained on them. Fucking like walks right in on a couple of people who are getting ready to fuck. This is the point at which the booba enters the movie.
Yo, there is booba. There's a booba for a split
Yeah.
second here, where a lady's booba is out.
And it establishes that these people are fucking earlier in the film, because the same two people like stumble into John's wife's room and are like, oh
Yeah.
wait, wrong room. And like you see them come in and the way that they're acting, and oh, these people are like right about to fuck.
Chekhov's fuck.
Exactly, because a couple of scenes later, hey, they're fucking, and they get interrupted, and her shirt is like fully off, and
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
just
you can
dragged
see
out,
them.
and they don't care. Yeah. Yeah, so
If you're in a relationship, don't watch this movie. You guys are gonna cheat on her.
yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
So John hears all this commotion going down, and he takes the opportunity to escape to an upper floor where there's like construction going on, and he's like, it's neat because he's like working his way upward, and he's like making note of what is on each floor that he passes. Like he's like, all right, 31 construction, 32 computers. Like he's taking stock of the situation, because this is something that will come up several times over the course of this movie. John is not the toughest guy, but he is pretty clever. He's smart. He knows how to handle a situation.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't just like brute force his way through everything. He takes in information about his surroundings quickly and like determines what the best course of action is very intelligently, which is a very cool way to write your action movie hero, I think.
Yeah. I think he's like,
Yeah, so-
I guess like I said, that's kind of what makes this movie more special, is that like more the application to the fight scenes, and not so much how they're just like raw, like choreographed, or like how tough John is.
Yeah,
Despite him
they're-
being very tough, he's not like some
Right, 'cause-
tank.
Because none of the people in this movie are like martial artists or anything, so
No.
so
Actually,
they can't like do.
Because there's a
Yeah, they-
couple. There's like the hand to hand scenes are very scarce, but when they do happen, they're very very like just I guess radical. They're very like they're really rough.
Yeah,
They're just kind of
rough. They
punching
have
each other really hard as
they-
hard
they
as
have-
they can.
Yeah, they have a really grounded feeling to them, where it's like neither of these guys is like a professional punch man.
Yeah, no, they don't know how to do punches that well.
Yeah. Yeah, so instead of being able to just like go fucking ham on the choreography, this movie is like, okay, we just need interesting concepts for like how people get the upper hand on each other in this film by trickery, you know?
Yes. There's a decent amount of trickery.
Yeah, and it's great. It makes for an excellent movie watching experience as you watch what's going on and you go, "Oh, I see what he did. Yeah, he's going to fucking get
There's trickery
him."
afoot.
Yeah, like it's great. It's a fucking every action scene has that moment from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where fucking Leonardo DiCaprio points at the screen. Yeah, you know the one.
You know, the one where he does the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So they go up to the top floor. Hans and his guys do. They take Nakatomi, the fucking like boss guy, up there. Or wait, is that Nakatomi, or is Nakatomi like the name of like the owner of the company, and this is like a different guy?
I couldn't tell you the names. I'm not good with names.
That's fair.
Never been my thing, especially not with like
yeah.
one movies I only seen like a couple times.
Right. Well, anyway, the guy who's in charge in this tower is a Japanese guy, because it's a Japanese company. He is not in control of the entire company, but he's in control of this tower. So they take him upstairs, and they threaten him and say like, "Oh, give us the fucking key to your goddamn computer." And he's like, "You can't get anything useful on here. Like, even if you do get into the system and like find out information about the company that you could use for like blackmail or something, they'll just change it when they get up into Tokyo. Like, nothing's gonna happen." Mm-hmm. And Hans is like, "Well, we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to get into your fucking vault here. All we want to steal is like $640 million worth of, what were they? They were like savings bonds or something like that.
They're like some kind of bond that like guarantees like
Yeah.
some kind of money if eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, they're stealing like $640 million, which, as he says to the guy, is like a couple days operating expenses for a company this big. Like the way that they're carrying out this hit is in a way where it's like it's a large amount of money for them, small amount of money for the company. But because it's such a large amount of money for them, like they would still very easily get caught if they didn't have some trickery to get away with it. Right. Which is what Hans has, because throughout the film, whenever like he interacts with the public, Hans pretends to be a terrorist. He pretends like he's got like an ideal that he's fighting for here, which is not the case at all. He just wants money. Mm-hmm. Like he just wants to get a big amount of money and wants to not be hassled for it. Yeah. So yeah, Hans is like trying to fucking get this guy to give him the code, and the guy's refusing. Hans counts to 3, and he actually fucking shoots the guy like he promised he would. Like that was not an empty threat. He fucking splatters the guy across a glass door.
It's kind of a cool moment, actually. I find where like
it's a neat shot that like just because like this guy's brain's all over the door.
Yeah, it's also like this is kind of before movies knew what blood looked like.
Right.
Or
yeah.
it's just like strawberry like lemonade like.
Yeah, I mean that was just kind of because that's like what you could kind of because I believe at this point in time, basically almost all movie blood was made out of like corn syrup and food coloring.
Yeah, instead of like actually kind of being mostly black with hints of red in it. Like
right. Yeah, so, and it I mean I personally I like this look better than like realistic blood because it's like it looks like it looks satisfying, right? It's got like a visceral feel to it.
Right, yeah.
Like a realistic blood is, less aesthetically pleasing than this, I find.
I guess. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. I kind of like the darkness of like regular blood. It kind of has this weird like visceral feeling to it, I guess.
Yeah.
That I find intriguing.
Yeah, no, I just kind of associate this type with these sorts of like really gratuitous 80s action films, and it's definitely like a particular aesthetic,
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, John is actually in the room for this. Like, he's not in, like, the exact same room that they're in, but he's in, like, the wider office area, and he's on the other side of the glass door that the brains get splattered on.
Yeah.
And sees that happen.
Yeah, he sees that happen pretty, yeah, he does that.
Yeah. And he's like really hoping that Argyle will have like noticed that shit was going down and have like called somebody, and Argyle ain't seen shit because Argyle is sitting in the car with the fucking lights flashing, listening to music. He's having a grand old time with that fucking teddy bear.
He really is. He's having
yeah,
a good time.
no. Argyle's fucking bopping.
It.
He's vibing. Argyle's such a cool guy.
Yeah, he's kind of like the coolest guy ever made.
Yeah, so John does manage to get something going to get somebody called towards him. He finds a fire alarm and or isn't it like he sets off a smoke detector specifically?
Right. I think so. I don't remember exactly how it was. I remember he looks at the sprinklers at some point.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like he looks up at the sprinkler and you're like, oh, he's gonna fucking set off the alarm.
Yeah.
Which he does, but the terrorists with quotes around them, quickly figure out what's going on and cancel the alarm. And like he sees like the fire truck coming in and he's like, yeah, hell yeah. And then the fire truck like stops and turns around and leaves. And he's like, oh fuck, no.
Oh god.
Yeah. And he knows that they will have known where that alarm came from and will be sending a guy up. So he starts fucking going into the mind game zone where like he allows himself to be noticed as he takes shelter behind like a stack of drywall because this is in like the under construction area of the tower. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like creeping towards it and is ready. But John had like stealthily moved out of that area while he was coming towards it because he knew that the guy saw him there.
Yeah.
And like manages to get the drop on the guy and just fucking just murks him. Just dead guy.
Yeah. No longer alive man.
Yes.
It's actually like pretty brutal, like just
yeah, oh yeah.
Because like I said, the choreography in this movie is not like it's not like a super like martial arts shit. It's just like, but when they do it, it feels like I guess the impact's really 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 good because like I feel like they fell on the stairs and like my neck broke basically. My neck broke during that sequence.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's some hard hits. A lot of these 80s action movies have like really good like sound design on the punches where like you hear it connect. It's like ooh, like it's like oh I felt that.
100%.
and they're grappling, and they fall down the stairs, and the guy gets his neck super broken. Like, that guy's dead.
It wasn't actually super clear if he was dead or not, but, like, until, like, someone pointed out, I guess. I can tell, like, kind of looks on his face, and his eyes are just, like, dead wide open.
Yeah.
Like, blood's coming out of his mouth and shit. Like, ugh.
Yeah. So John then decides to engage in some fucking guerrilla warfare tactics where he engages in psychological warfare against his opponents.
It's actually pretty fucked.
Yeah, no, he takes the guy's gun and, like, the other supplies the guy has, but mainly his machine gun. He puts a sweater on over the guy's, like, shirt that he already had, like, it's like a gray sweater, and he takes some of the guy's blood and writes in it, "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," and sends the guy down the elevator to the floor where Hans and them are.
Yeah.
And, like, God, what a fucking iconic scene. Like, it's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, first of all, the ability to handle a corpse that easily, I guess, it's like, without, like, you know, wanting to throw up or something. Corpses aren't really cool, guys.
No, they're not.
They're really weird and gross, and like, I guess I'm not sure if John's used to killing people or not. He was a cop, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's some lines in this movie where he alludes to the fact that, like, that his superiors in the force don't have problems with him because of his, like, use of excessive force.
Yeah.
Like at one point, I think it might have even been in this scene. A guy is like, he's like moving to kill some guy, and the guy's like, "Hey, hold on, fucking take me in. Like, you're a cop. There are rules for cops." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what my superiors keep telling me."
God, yeah, I forgot about that line.
Yeah.
Oh,
tugging collar.
Oh boy.
Yeah, regardless, it's a fucking cool, fun scene. And he continues to, like, fuck around in, like, the maintenance zones, and, you know, between, like, where usually only the electricians would go and whatnot. He finds some booba. There's a fuse box that the maintenance guys have just, like, they've put, like, cutouts from porno mags just all over the front of the fucking fuse box, because who the hell is ever gonna see it aside from them?
It's a fun little, like, moment of character. He also, like, stares at it for, like, half a second. He gives it a second glance. He's like, "Oh, hey." Hey, booba. Hey, whoa. Hey.
Yeah. But yeah, it's neat because it kind of gives you, like, a little bit of, like, oh yeah, even, like, the maintenance guy who does not appear in this film has some character.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy who puts booba in his workstation.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah. So he goes up to the
workstation. Actually, I should.
Right.
Hang on.
Yeah, so he goes up to the rooftop because one of the things that he found on Dead Guy is a radio, a CB radio.
Man, imagine being defined in this movie by being dead.
Yeah, man.
I feel like that's his important role, is being dead.
Right. Yeah, so he goes up to the rooftop with the radio and starts just trying to call like an emergency channel at the police station. And yeah, he goes and calls it in, and the operator's like, "Sir, are you aware that this is an emergency line?" He's like, "What the fuck do you think I'm trying to do? Order a fucking pizza?" It's a great line.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, and she's
line.
Yeah, and she's saying like, "Sir, it's illegal for you to be calling this line." He goes, "Then fucking send somebody down to arrest me. Just send a cop.
Fuck.
Send a cop down here."
Seriously, dude, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, so she does eventually decide to be like, "All right, is there anybody in the area who's, like, open, who we can just, like, send them to fucking check it out, maybe, you know, whatever. Fucking get this guy off my back."
Yeah.
Of course, at this point, the people, the fucking villains, like, they know where he is because they heard his call on their radios, because it's still hooked up to, like, the same system. And Hans is like, "Well, where would he go to fucking try to send an outside call?" The roof.
The roof.
Yeah, so they're heading up to the roof, and he goes, like, back down into the maintenance shaft, like, via a different direction, like, fucking dodging gunfire and shit.
Yeah.
You know, runs back through that same, like, little nook that he was in before. He slaps the booba this time. Just fucking gives it a little slap as he runs by.
Tack something onto it, like a sticky something? I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think he just kind of, like, smacked it. I think it was just, oh, there it is. There's my landmark. Cause like, you know, cause that is kind of the purpose that it serves in this scene, is it, like, establishes, like, oh, he's going right back the way he came. He just took a circuitous route to get there.
Yeah, I guess it is, like, a weird way of, like, kind of demonstrating that in a memorable kind of fashion.
Yeah, no, this movie does a lot with its setting, in the same way, in a similar way to how The Raid does.
Yeah, I think
where,
so.
like,
There's a lot of good use of like the setting going on. I think in this one it's a little more practical, and in The Raid it's more about like using the environment during fights.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Whereas
in this
one,
movie,
it's
like John's just like, okay, yeah, what can I do with this so like I can prepare for the fight and make that like their life hell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he does all of that, you know, he goes and crawls into a vent to escape, and this part is fucking nuts, because he breaks his way through like a fucking like, you know, vent cover into like a big vertical shaft where he's gotta like climb in there. He takes the gun and he like braces the gun against like the edges of the windowsill. The gun is like slightly longer than the width of the window, so it's able to just like barely brace against it. And he takes the shoulder strap of the gun and uses it to kind of like not rappel exactly, but he's like, you know, inching his way down using it as like a rope.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like reach another vent because like once he disappears into the ventilation system, how the fuck are they ever gonna find him?
Just
you know,
go down after him, easy.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Just crawl into the vents. I don't understand.
So he's like inching his way downward. And like the camera keeps cutting back up to the gun, and you can see the strap is coming loose from the gun. And he's inching further and further downward, and he doesn't know that it's coming loose, because how the fuck is he gonna see that? He's beneath the window.
Yeah.
And he's bracing his feet against the wall that he's on, and like leaning across to the opposite wall to grab like the vent that he wants to crawl into.
Yeah, it's like the wall from like to the side of him, I think. Not the
yeah,
opposite
yeah,
wall,
it's like
yeah,
it's like
not
perpendicular.
like, it's definitely the different one, and the other one's like much further down than he actually can reach this time. Only his feet are reaching, not his arms, so he can't like grab onto anything.
Yeah,
and it's a really, really small entrance, so he's having a lot of trouble. And yeah, eventually, like you said, the clasp on the gun just kind of starts loosening, and it's a bit scary.
Yeah, no, it's fucking nerve-wracking, and it fucking gives, like, and he just barely manages to, like, grab onto the ledge he was going for as he fucking starts to fall. Like, it was fucked.
Yeah, not my favorite scene. Oh, I mean, I think it's a really good scene, but...
Yeah, it's a great scene, but it'll make you feel not so good.
One of two that are basically the same scene.
Yeah. So he fucking manages to get onto that ledge, and he starts crawling into the vent, and, like, yeah, this ledge was tiny, because the vent that he is into, he can, like, barely fit his shoulders into it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's fucked. And this scene bugs me, because I kind of get a little bit claustrophobic about those sorts of spaces. And boy, is he, like, practically getting stuck at every moment.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, no, so he's fucking crawling through the vents, and he ends up, like, accidentally making a little noise, so, like, one of the guys is able to kind of semi-triangulate his position. Mm-hmm. And the guy comes into the room that the vent is in, and like is shooting up into the vent. Fortunately, like just barely doesn't hit John. Like he hits like 2 feet in front of John.
Yeah.
And then he goes up to the vent to like the shaft. And you know how these vents, they have like the side of them, they're not like perfectly like flush or flat. Like they kind of have like these little creases in them. So if you press on them, they'll kind of push in and like make a sound, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he goes up, and he starts working his way across the shaft, like, pushing in each of these little segments with the barrel of his gun. Fucking checking if anybody's in there. Fucking checking if it's, like, if it gives easily, or if it's heavy and someone's inside it.
Yeah, anybody
And he's working his way closer and closer to John, and John's looking at him down through the fucking, through, like, the vent cover, and is, like, getting his pistol ready to fucking fire if need be.
Yeah.
And he's getting closer and closer, and finally, like, one of the other guys, like, calls out to long-haired German guy who's trying to fucking find John here, and is like, hey, we got fucking... I think he said something in German, actually, but it amounted... It amounts to, we got other shit to do, come on, you know?
Yeah.
And the guy, like, takes one last look back at the vent, and is like, do I want to go for the one more? Ah, fuck it. Have I mentioned that this movie is, like, really good at building tension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Like, I feel like I almost don't have anything to say about it. Like, it's just really good. I don't know. I've never been the best at movie analysis. But, I don't know. I guess the way, like, just everyone's portrayed to kind of, like, the 3D space in the movie is kind of very well kind of established, so you kind of understand where everyone's at any given time. Even if it's a little bit unclear, you kind of get their general gist.
Yeah, yeah. You have enough information to like know like broadly speaking, like okay, people are on this floor. John's a bit higher than that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like there's the roof connects in this way, sort of, and like you from the roof he connects into this vent, so now he's like a couple floors lower than that, and like yeah,
etc.
yeah, but yeah, and so yeah. It's at this point that the cop arrives. We had a little scene of him earlier in the film that I kind of glossed over, which is just like, you know, just a small little establishing scene of him. He is large. He is eating the Twinkies. That is what he's doing.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, if I'm not mistaken,
goes
prior to this scene, didn't John already talk to the guy?
Well, no, because this is as the cop first arrives.
Oh, okay. Because I'm pretty sure, like, there's a moment where John's already talking to Hans before this happens.
Oh, he might have talked to him a little bit on the radio.
Yeah, something like that. Like at some point, they became like acquainted per se.
Right. Yeah.
I thought that was important, but I guess yeah. Did we mention? We didn't mention it, so I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
stuck.
Don't worry about it. Point is, the cop is arriving.
Yes,
the other
true.
cop who is. Oh yeah, he's also a black cop because that's a thing in this movie.
I mean, that doesn't really factor into it much.
No, I feel like it's a little bit worth noting
Sure,
because it's like,
you know, if you're a racist.
well, no, it's just because you know, like a lot of like criticisms of the police are centered around like you know the sort of like racial aspects of the institution, and like this is something that you see a lot in like movies and TV is they do kind of make a point to like have black cops in there,
Right.
well, because the first like propaganda that existed was the show Dragnet, which was in like I want to say the 60s, yeah, the 60s cop show called Dragnet, which was like that show was like very explicitly propaganda because it was made like with the cooperation and funding of like the LAPD, and
Oh, really?
they had like basically veto power on the scripts.
Huh.
And like that show, Dragnet was like very explicitly designed to portray like a more positive view of the LAPD. Where, for example, the show made a point of like showing like higher amounts of non-white police officers than actually existed in the LAPD at the time, and also like the few times that the writers wanted to like look into like racial discrimination in their scripts, those scripts got super vetoed by the LAPD. Yeah, and this has been like a pretty consistent thing in like pro cop movies and TV since then, is that like they'll often like make a point of having racial diversity in the police force. Often
Problem with
either
racial diversity in the police force.
you know, either as like an explicit measure of like propaganda, or just like out of like a sense of like, well, this is how like police forces are portrayed in TV, so it must be accurate. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which I would imagine that in Die Hard it was probably not like an explicit propaganda measure. It was probably just because like, well, this is how police forces are displayed in movies and TV. But you know, I feel it's worth commenting on.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is also something you see a lot in Dirty Harry, because in the first Dirty Harry film, like it's very simple. Dirty Harry is a cop who breaks the rules but gets shit done. The fucking snowflakes up in fucking bureaucracy want him to follow the rules, but that doesn't get the job done, so he does that. And then like
Never
with
seen
each
Dirty
success, it's actually a pretty solid film, but you know, politically not great.
I'm also talking about the Gorillaz music video or something.
That's also good, but but like with each successive film in the Dirty Harry series, because there are like 5 of them. With each successive film, like they go like further to try to like, because the first Dirty Harry was criticized by critics at the time for its like, for basically being a movie about how the hero becomes a fucking dangerous vigilante, and that's a good thing because it gets the job done.
Yeah.
That was criticized. So, like, with each successive film, they try to, like, address those sorts of criticisms, and each time it comes off very weird. Where, like, in the second movie, the villains are, like, cops who are just doing vigilante shit and just, like, straight up, like, murdering people and whatnot. And the film does never adequately explains why them doing it is different from Harry doing it. Aside from just like, well, Harry got like the really bad guy though. These guys are just killing
one.
Like, cause in Dirty Harry, he kills like a serial killer, like, who's like definitely very fucked up. Whereas these guys are just going after like petty criminals.
Yeah.
Which it's like, that's still like not like super, like that's still not, the take should not be vigilantism is fine as long as you're only killing like serial killers.
It's fine. Just.
But yeah, and like, and as the series went on and things, cause the first movie was in like the mid 60s, and as the series went on and it got into like the 70s and like, you know, like representation issues became like a little bit more of a thing among like critics, not really so much among audiences, but definitely among critics, like that started cropping up, like those criticisms started happening. So like at one point they give Harry like a female, partner, and at one point, they mentioned that like, oh yeah, there's this like one of the side characters is a gay police officer, and Harry is like made to like have an explicit line about how he's fine with that. Where he's like, hey, you know, if
radical.
He's like talking to the guy, he's like, oh, I wouldn't mind if all the cops on the force were gay if they shot like you. Like
loving the inclusivity
yeah.
there.
Right, yeah. So it's actually really funny because Dirty Harry like becomes like a little bit of a woke bae as the series goes on, despite also still being a violent vigilante police officer.
That's.
But I digress.
Really
I just
funny.
yeah, but I digress. I just think that it's like there's kind of a legacy here that I think makes it a little bit interesting in this film. That the cop who is like the best cop in this film outside of John himself is the black guy.
Yeah, naturally.
But yeah. But yeah, so he arrives and he's taking a look around. He comes inside and their guy who they have at the receptionist desk is, you know, pretending like everything's fine, pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
So you know, he goes and looks around, doesn't see anything amiss, and he's getting ready to leave. He's ready to fucking go. Oh, actually, as he's coming in to take a look around, this is when like John has his first small conversation with Hans via the radio. Yeah, it's while the guy's coming in.
It's around here, yeah.
Well, it's because while the guy is looking around is when that fight scene with John under the table happens.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like right here. And like, yeah, the guy, Hans sends in a couple of guys. John is seeing that the cop is like looking around and isn't seeing anything fucked up. So he's looking down from like the office. It's like way high up. So he grabs a chair and starts like trying to like smash a window to like throw it down, right? Mm-hmm. And he gets like 3 good hits off. Like he's starting to put a hole in the window, but this is like a fucking sturdy ass window. And the guys come in and John like John turns around and like pulls a gun on one of them and is like yelling at him to like put the fucking gun down and whatnot. And a second guy comes in behind the first guy. The first guy like action rolls out of the way as John takes the shot and just fucking drops the guy behind him. And then John then goes and like dives under the table and it's like a big long like business room meeting table. And the guy's like on top of it. Like shooting down into it and like chasing John towards the end, and he gets to the end of it. And he's like, "Oh no more table, right? Yeah. What are you gonna do now, bitch?"
While I slowly reload my gun and taunt you.
He's like, next time you have a shot to kill someone, take it. And John shoots him through the table and goes, "I'll remember that."
Thanks.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. I mean, I guess it was kind of an invitation to kill him at that point. He basically asked for it.
Exactly.
So it's fine.
Yeah. So John gets out from under the table and he sees that the cop, whose name is Alan Powell, by the way, is leaving. He didn't see anything amiss when he looked around.
Yeah.
And John picks up the body of the first guy that he killed, chucks it out the window, and it lands right on the guy's hood.
Yeah.
Like directly on the cop's hood. And he like freaks out and like starts his car is in reverse and he like slams on the gas and like crashes through a gate and into like a drainage ditch. Like,
you think you wouldn't have just like, you couldn't have just tossed it like next to the car and maybe not like
hurt
the guy really badly?
Maybe like, that's what he was. Maybe he was trying to toss it next to the car, but it's just hard to throw a corpse accurately.
I guess. I mean, it probably isn't very easy to toss a corpse accurately, but You could have tossed the chair.
Yeah, but what if the chair hit the car and it like smashed through the windshield and hurt the guy?
There's always a risk of the guy getting hurt. That's
true. That's true.
You just gotta have to deal with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes you have to hurt a black cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a necessity to hurt black people. You can't.
Anyway, let's move on.
I'm sorry.
So the cop calls in the cavalry. Hans has like a conversation with John where this is like an iconic conversation in the film because like they're having a back and forth and Hans is saying like, oh, you watch too many of your American action movies. You think you're a cowboy, and and like he sends a couple more guys in and John he says the thing as he's leaving, as the guy as he's like leaving the room that the guys are about to come into. He says into the walkie-talkie, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," and walks away, which is...
That's the thing he says in the movie!
It's the thing, it's a meme!
Whoa!
So here's the thing, like, that line is good in context, because it's about, like, how Hans is telling him, like, you're not a cowboy, John, Yeah. It's like, that works in context. That line gets quoted all the time out of context, and it does not... It's just stupid out of context. Like, outside of context, like, it's just a dumb line, but in context, it's actually good. I don't know why that one became, like, the big, like, meme line.
Well, they used it in every movie henceforth for
Die
Hard, so...
Exactly. Ah, man, we'll get to the rest of the Die Hard franchise eventually. God.
Eventually. Although they're not as good as the first one, but...
No, they're not.
There's some good ones in there, but, like, usually not that good.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, John has also taken the bag that the guy on the table had with him, and he finds in there a block of C4 and a bunch of detonators.
Yeah.
And he also manages to contact Argyle on the CB radio, and Argyle like tries to fuck off, but the garage is shut. So there's not a whole lot he can do. But he does know that shit's going down now, so Argyle is activated.
Argyle has been turned on. Wait, hang on.
So the cops arrive, cavalry's here, and they're going in, and there's a whole fucking cool ass scene with the cops like trying to lay siege to the tower, and like they get, their guys coming in, going like towards the lobby, in like, in fucking Rainbow Six Siege style, with like, it should have worked, but unfortunately the criminals are actually competent. So, like, they have, like, a guy, like, looking down on the situation from above and, like, keeping the others, like, informed via radio and telling them, like, hey, we got a couple guys coming in here in such and such formation. Go get them, boys.
Go get them.
Yeah, so they all, like, set up in the lobby as the SWAT team is, like, they're trying to, like, cut through the chain that's on the door, because they chained the door shut after the cop figured out what was going on. And unfortunately that doesn't go too well because those doors are glass, so they just get, the cops just get shot through the door.
Yeah.
Like, F in the chat.
F in the chat, please.
They're just all dead. They're
poor cops.
They're just all dead. They're gone. Yeah, so, their next option is, okay, let's bring in an APC and send that in. A fucking tank.
Won't somebody think of the cops?
The tank also does not work out too well because they're heading up, they're driving the tank up the front steps towards the lobby. And while they're doing that, some guys on the upper floor where there's construction going on are setting up a rocket launcher, a mounted rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And they just fucking blast the hell out of that thing. And John is watching all this happen. He's like, oh, that's fucked, man. And Hans goes, hit it again. And Hans, like, or John, like, gets on the radio, is like, hey, Hans, what the fuck? Like, you made your point. Let them pull back. Let them fucking get out of there. They don't need to die.
I mean, they already looked like they were kind of dead. The car was on fire and, like, crumpled.
It was on fire, but, like, there was, like, a possibility, right?
I guess there was, like, maybe something.
And John was basically saying, like, after that, they're not going to try that again. So, like, let them fucking pull back. And Hans is like, I know what I'm doing, John. Hit it again. and they do. And they're super fucking dead for sure this time. You fucking see some dudes being dead.
Yeah, you see dudes being dead, and then people being hurt beside them because they got shot in the knees, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
If their knees are shot. You'd be crying too.
Right. So it's at this point that John decides to throw a shitty CGI fireball at the ground floor because he needs to put an end to this. No, it's actually quite a decent fire decent effect.
I think
Quite
it's
a
mostly
good
practical.
explosion.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember. I know that there's like a line where like it's like, oh yeah, special. For those unaware, there are actually like two different types of like effects, quote unquote, terms that are used in like movies and TV. Where there's visual effects, which is like computer generated stuff. Like visual effects is just anything that you do in post. Whereas special effects is stuff that you do at the time with like explosives and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that this actually is like special effects, not visual effects, because it's a good explosion. It's a good looking explosion. That's like kaboom.
Good.
You know, it does a boom, just like an explosion's supposed to do.
The movie booms.
Yeah, but yeah. So he takes the block of C4 that he has, sticks the detonator in it, and drops it down like the big vertical vent shaft. So it just blows the fuck out of the lobby and kills the two guys that were in there playing Rainbow Six Siege with the cops.
Yeah, but in real life. They
And it
played
is at
Rainbow
this
Six in
point,
real life, and like not
yeah, exactly,
like a video game. They
and,
had like actual guns. Although every guy has the same gun in this movie. They all have like the little like SMG.
There is one guy who has a slightly different one.
It's this guy who has like like the AUG from like CS:GO.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, everyone's
the rest of them just have like MP5s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so it is at this point that Ellis re-enters the film.
Yeah, you know Ellis. And remember Ellis, our favorite guy?
Cocaine guy.
Yeah, cocaine guy. Everyone loves him.
In fact, the first time that he does cocaine, my note for it is just cocaine, and my note for when he reappears here is just cocaine again.
You know.
Yeah, because Ellis shows back up, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'll fucking go talk to Hans and fucking parlay with him.
Yeah.
We're pirates now. And he goes in and he's like, hey, what if I could fucking get that guy for you, you know? What if I could fucking do that? What if I could get him down here for you? And then then you don't have to fucking kill all of us, right?
Right.
And he's like, he talks to Hans like he's a fucking like car salesman. Like, it's awful. And Hans like clearly can tell that he's like a fucking moron and is just like humoring him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very funny scene.
I like it.
Yeah. So he gets John on the radio and is telling him like, Hey, John, listen, like, fucking, you know, they know who you are now, John. Fucking get down here, John.
Come on,
fucking,
John.
Let's do it.
Wick.
Let's do this, John. Or they'll kill me. They'll do it, John.
They're gonna kill me, man. And, you gotta help, John. John.
Yeah. And John's like, Ellis, shut up, get out of there. What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking dumb shit? And Hans is like, pulls the gun on Ellis, and Ellis is like, hey man, you don't actually gotta point that gun at it. I mean, you know, I'm sure he'll buy it.
Don't worry about that, man. Come on. And I'm just a coke guy.
Right.
You wouldn't hurt a guy with coke.
Yeah, because they fucking they even like pour him a Coke in that scene.
Yeah,
they pour him like a little bit of a Coca-Cola.
I didn't realize they poured him Coca-Cola after he ate Coke. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, and you know the reason that Coca-Cola is called that, right?
Yeah, because it used to have Coke.
Yeah. Just, boy, fucking history, huh?
Wow. Was that when was that anyway? When they stopped doing that?
I want to say they stopped doing that in like probably like the early 1900s, like probably like the 1930s ish. I want to say.
Coke's been around a long time.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Coke's been around since like the late 1800s. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
That's nuts.
But yeah, fucking like the shit that people used to like just do as like consumption and or medicine.
I mean, yeah,
like all that fucking
there's like the whole meme of like doctors telling you like to get rid of your mind ghosts by like shoving leeches in your ass or something. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, like, or like you go back to like fucking alchemy and it's like, oh, here's my fucking elixir of life, which may or may not look. Let's give it a shot. Maybe it'll make you immortal. It's arsenic.
It could. It is
made
of
except it's
absinthe
arsenic.
and it's like dirt, but I mean, whatever.
No, it's just a lot of time it was just arsenic. There was a Chinese emperor who just drank a shit ton of arsenic because he thought it would make him immortal.
Not the smartest.
It didn't.
Thing to do.
It did not make him immortal. It killed him.
You'd think that would happen.
Yeah. And then you fast forward and like, you know, there's the fucking cocaine and coke. There's that period of time where a lot of medicine was just like heroin and or alcohol.
Really?
That was a thing? Oh yeah, like a lot of painkillers were just like opioids and heroin. And
people were having a
and
great
like
time back then.
right?
Dude.
And like and there were several different like snake oil type like, oh, here's your cure all, it'll cure what ails you, do anything you want it to. It was just mostly alcohol. It was just alcohol and spices.
Here, man, have some potion.
People gave that shit to kids. Like there was I'm trying to remember what it was specifically called. I listened to a Behind the Bastards episode about it, but there was this one that it was marketed as like, oh, here's if your kid's acting up or they won't go to bed or fucking they feel ill in some way, give them this and it'll be fine. And it was literally like 30% alcohol with spices for flavoring. Yeah.
You need the flavor or else the kids won't have it.
Yeah, exactly. Guess how many of those kids grew up to be alcoholics? A lot.
Nah. You're shitting me.
Yeah, fucking medicinal and food standards used to be fucking wild.
It used to be lit. Can you imagine going to a doctor that's like, I prescribe you 8 beers, dude. Have a fucking field day. Don't tell your wife.
Oh, you got a fucking toothache. Here's some heroin.
Nagging wife, am I right, guy? Here, have some of this. It'll shut her up real quick.
Yeah, so yeah, Ellis is in here fucking drinking a Coke and trying to be a fucking used car salesman with Hans and getting John to come back down, and John is like, Ellis, you fucking moron, get out of there.
You're
you fucking
literally gonna get
cunt.
both of us killed.
And then Ellis gets killed because John doesn't come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who could have seen it coming, you know?
That being said, it was a smart move.
Oh yeah, Ellis was on the ball. There were no flaws in his plan.
No.
None at all.
Not the fact that he was unlikable or anything.
No. And it's at this point that Hans starts talking to the press, because the press have shown up since the police showed up.
Yeah.
Also, throughout all of this, like, Alan is, like, having conversations with John where they've got, like, a rapport going, and, like, John isn't saying much to Alan. He's not, like, telling him who he is, but, like, Alan is like, yo, I think this guy's a cop.
Yeah, just a hunch.
Because of, like, yeah, because there are, like, a couple things.
That righteous indignation that all cops have.
Well, and there's also some stuff about,
every cop.
There's also some stuff about how, like, John is like, oh, I've seen, you know, enough of these types of situations to know how it goes, etc., etc. Which is kind of like, you know, why else would you have seen a bunch of those situations unless you made a living dealing with criminal situations?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course, Alan's superior at the police office is not, is like, oh, you've got a hunch. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. This guy's dumb. We don't care about him. He's probably one of the criminals.
Yeah. Criminal.
That's his stance. John is a criminal.
He is a criminal, to be fair.
Don't you hate those desk job snowflakes?
Yeah.
Grumble, more boomer stuff.
Grumble, brumble.
Exactly.
Everyone hates descos.
Exactly.
If that's a slur, please let me know.
It's the worst slur, and it is like, it's literally a slur against anybody who is not white.
Yeah.
Just anyone.
Yeah, just don't be not white.
I might have to cut that part.
I don't blame you.
Anyway, it's at this point that Hans talks to the media and tells them, like, alright, here's my fucking demands. Here's a list of, like, far-left revolutionaries who I want fucking released from prison, etc. Let them free. Let them fucking bring about the revolution.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fake. Hans is not a revolutionary, as has been established. He's just after the money.
Yeah, he wants the man, you know, like every based American.
Yeah, exactly. So the FBI shows up and fucking Alan's boss is like, oh yeah, I'm the chief, I'm in charge here, and the FBI guy's like, not anymore, yards.
Idiot.
Yeah, it's that scene. And Hans goes to look for John, like, up in, like, the maintenance zone. Makes the mistake of, like, when he goes to, like, squeeze through a little area, leaves his gun behind. And John sees him, and, like, has a gun pulled on him. But Hans thinks fast and does a fake American accent and pretends to be one of the fucking office workers.
It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Where Hans
it's great.
It's so good.
He's very believably acting as, like, just a guy who managed to, like, sneak off and is, like, terrified more terrified than he's ever been in his life of seeing a gun in front of his face.
He's quick on his feet about it, too. It doesn't take long for him to react that way. Like,
yeah,
he does, like, a split second where he's like, oh, I gotta think, like, right now, but, like, you know, he does it really quickly.
Yeah. Hans, these are, like, this movie is, like, unironically a battle of wits between these two guys.
Yeah, it's almost like a JoJo fight. It's wild.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, he pretends to be a fucking American, and John is like, "Oh, American, huh? Then you can't be a bad guy. Let's go."
Obviously.
So yeah, they're hanging out. They're fucking like chilling a little bit, having a smoke. John like asks like, "So what's your name?" And Hans says Clay, Bill Clay, and like you see like the camera cuts to like a little, you know, those like directory signs that they have in office buildings where it's like such and such is on such and such floor, etc., etc. It like zooms in. Yeah, it zooms in on the directory sign, and you see that like he was actually checking the sign behind John, where like one of the names listed on it is Clay, WM. So totally believable that would be Bill Clay.
Yes.
Because once again, Hans is like a smart guy. This movie is cool.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, so they continue having their little conversation and whatnot, and John goes, "All right, you ever shot a gun before, Bill?" And Hans is like, "Oh, you know, I've been to the range once or twice, you know, never for real." And John like hands him a pistol and goes, "Well, you know, it's not that hard. You know, you just got to point and shoot."
Just shoot him, dude. It's like just shoot the gun.
Exactly. Yeah. So he starts to walk away, and Hans is like, "Oh, I got him now because I'm behind him now," and he like audibly cocks the gun so that John knows what's up now, and John
to him with his regular voice.
Yeah, and John turns around and ain't having none of it, and fucking Hans pulls the trigger, and it's just an empty click, because he did not, in fact, give him a loaded gun. He saw through the ruse.
From the very beginning, it was all a
trap.
Yeah,
he's like, "Oh, how stupid do you think I am?"
you think I'm so fucking stupid.
Yep. But at this point, a couple other henchmen who have real guns come in, so John has to beat a hasty retreat into, like, the office nearby, which is, like, semi-under construction, and it's got computers and shit in it. Mm-hmm. He sets himself up with, like, a little, like, Rainbow Siege-style peephole, where he's, like, under a desk, and just has, like, this little view hole where he can, like, see and shoot at the guys, and they cannot easily shoot back. It's quite good. Quite a strategic position.
A good position to put yourself in, should you want to, you know, do that.
Be sieged.
Yes.
Be under siege and survive.
Should you be under siege, do this.
Yes. So they come in and they try to shoot at him, but it becomes clear that like they're not going to be able to fucking smoke him out of there, and he has like way better view of them than they have of him, so he'll fucking shoot them first. So before they leave, they go, "Well, let's shoot out all the glass in this room," because there is a lot, and Hans noticed, and I think a couple other guys also noticed earlier, that throughout this entire film, John has not been wearing shoes. He had to fucking leave his hotel room before putting his shoes on because it was, you know, spur of the moment.
It's pointed out, like, really early, too. Like,
yeah, well, like, because the first guy that he kills, he tries to put on that guy's shoes, but they're, like, way too small. Like, they do not fit at all.
Yeah, he's got big feet, Dick.
Yeah. Exactly.
Big feet.
Yes. Yeah, so it's at this point that John is trapped in a room full of broken glass, barefoot, and he just has to walk out of it. He just has to do it.
As one does.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
It's not very fun. You don't see him walk out of the room, but you know he has to, and it's
Yeah, and then you see him walk into the bathroom, and he's like trailing blood from both feet.
Yeah, more so one than the other. The other one of them's really messed up.
Right.
It's
yeah, and he goes and sits on like the counter by the sink and starts just like picking broken glass out of his feet and trying to bandage him up and shit.
Yeah.
Ugh. And while he's doing this, he has a conversation with Al, where he finds out about Al's backstory. Al shot a kid.
What's
Whoops.
wrong, Al? I shot a kid. Oh, I'm sure you're a good guy deep down.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and in fairness, like, one of the big problems with, like, the current stories of cops shooting kids and what, like, the current news stories that, like, is relevant currently, you know? Mm-hmm. Is that, like, not only do they shoot the kid, but then they pretend as if, like, they made no mistakes. Like, they're like, oh, well, it was the correct call at the time, even if it turned out to not be totally right.
Yeah.
Al, on the other hand, is, like, instantly like, I'm never touching a gun again, fuck this. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah, I guess he's got that at least.
Yeah, like
I wonder if this will be torn apart by the end of the movie.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is like, this is one of like the more troubling parts of this movie's narrative, which is that Al being unable to utilize a gun because he fucked up so bad previously is like, that is like the current weakness that he must overcome by the end of the film.
Yeah.
His inability to shoot a gun again.
That's his.
And when it's like, no, I don't know. I feel like if you accidentally shoot a kid, it's probably good that you like never want to touch a gun again. That's probably like the right call.
That's maybe maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you should also go to jail a little bit. But he got off on that, so it's fine. He deserved it though. He's a good cop.
Yeah, I mean, it was at least like. It at least wasn't like a deal of like, oh, fucking broad daylight and I saw a black person and got scared. It was like, it was the dead of night and it was like he could barely see and he just saw like a vague gun shape and got scared, which is like still not ideal. That's still, you know, there's a lot of criticism there that's worth making.
Yeah.
But it is like Al is at least less of a bad cop than like a lot of cops now.
Sure. I'll accept it for now.
Again, this is like, you're just, in order to enjoy this movie, you're just going to kind of have to get past some of its views on cops, because that's just that was the view of a lot of mainstream people in the late 80s.
Yeah, basically, cops were kind of the heroes of the world, and they still are today. Am I right, guys?
But yeah, like I definitely would understand if somebody like did not want to watch a movie that is this popular or this positive on cops. And I think that it's like definitely like worth criticizing, but you know, it is what it is.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, so
crazy.
So it's at this point that the FBI is like, all right, we gotta fucking shut down the power in that place and fucking put them in fucking darkness and fucking get in there while they're surprised, right? Which unfortunately is exactly what Hans wants, because like the final lock on the vault that they're trying to get into, which they've been like working their way into this entire time, is an electromagnetic vault that will only turn off if they cut the whole power.
Yeah.
So they have like a city worker guy like call into the station and like cut off the whole like block's power, basically.
Yeah, it's actually like a huge amount of the power. So like, and the guy's like, "What? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry."
So yeah, they finally they get into the vault. They fucking they get in there. They fucking manage to get all the fucking bonds out of it that they want. You know, they're doing it, and then they fucking start to like they start to negotiate with the cops and say like, all right, now that like the fucking if you're fucking, you know, releasing those revolutionaries like I said, then next fucking send a helicopter to the roof and we'll have the hostages waiting there and you can take them out of here and then we'll leave separately later.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll do it. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately, this is not a truth that Hans is telling the cops.
What?
He is lying to them.
He would do that?
and he's, you know, mentions like, alright, actually, go wire up all the seafloor onto the roof and fucking blow it when they, when they go. We got the detonators back from John, so yeah, fucking get that shit ready to go, and just once the helicopters arrive, blow the roof.
Turn the roof off.
Yeah. So yeah, John fucking, manages to, you know, get his shit together, get his feet somehow in like semi-working order. Like his feet have to be fucking killing him for the entire rest of like every step has to be agony.
Yeah, he has like these bandages on at that point, and like
yeah,
like they squelch against everything. There's
yep, it's fucked.
Not very pleasant. I don't know. Yeah, I recommend you watch the movie with like HD audio so you can hear his feet squelch. That extra bit of movie watching experience.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so he starts to head up to the roof where he discovers that the roof has been rigged up to blow with like a small nuke's worth of C4. Like
a small nuke.
Like you know, that is like the type of explosion. Like there's so much C4 here. Like the explosion that it actually shows in the film is not even, I think, as big as this explosion actually would be, because there's a lot of C4 there.
Yeah, I think there's like...
It's actually...
Yeah, actually, wait, considering like one C4 block was all he used to blow up the bottom floor...
Yeah, and there's like 20 of them there.
Yeah, there's like a lot of C4. It would like be... Like, the building's integrity would no longer be like...
Yeah.
Large.
Well, I mean, it'd probably be fine if it was going off on the roof because explosions take the path of least resistance, which would be upward.
I guess so.
Like that's just how explosions be. If you want to really hurt a building's structural integrity, you have to set the explosion off like inside of like in a place where the explosion has nowhere to go except for like critical infrastructure.
Fair enough. That's actually interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, obviously there will still be some damage downward, but like yeah, broadly speaking, explosions take the path of least resistance.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will take note of that for when I make things explode in the future.
Based.
Like your house.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
blow up your house.
So yeah, John realizes like, oh shit, this is fucked up. There's a shitload of C4 on that roof. I gotta fucking, find a way to deal with this. There's fucking people heading up there. And that's when he fucking has his big fucking fight with the long-haired German man.
He does do that.
Yeah, and like, he loses his gun very quickly and it becomes a fist fight. And it's a brutal fist fight. Like, John, like, slams him against, like, some fucking, like, empty oil drums and is, like, just battering him in the face.
What
like,
I was
just
saying
fucking
earlier about how the fist fights in this movie are not, like, super choreographed or anything. They're just, like, people who don't know how to fight very well, just yoinking each other as hard as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, he goes in, but, like, the guy is, like, this guy is tough, and he fucking, like, starts fighting John back. He fights him, like, up onto the stairs, and is, like, fucking, like, holding him against the railing and, like, strangling him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And John's, like, leaning back over the railing, and he finds, like a chain hanging down from the railing. It's, like, hooked up to, like... Yeah, it's hooked up to, like, some kind of, like... The chain is, like, meant... I think it's, like, part of a crane or something, right? Like, it's, like...
yeah, it's, like, on this, like, dolly or, like, this pulley or something.
Yeah. So John is leaning back, and he notices the chain there, and he grabs it, wraps it around the guy's neck and like shoves the guy over the railing so he's like being hung by the chain. Mm-hmm. And then he grabs it and like pulls it along the dolly track so that the guy goes and swings and like slams against a wall.
Yeah. While being like
just
effectively hanged.
Yeah, like he's just there like this, like if this guy is not dead yet, he is soon to be dead because he is fucking hung by the neck, slammed against a wall, just left there.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be fine. There's no deaths in this movie. No one dies in this movie.
Right, exactly.
No.
It's also around this time that a journalist is incredibly fucking unethical.
What?
Yeah, this is a journalist who's been shown a couple times, but by this point in the movie, he like kind of has like a dickhead journalist vibe to him, and he fucking, as soon as he like hears who John is, he goes to John's house or to John's wife's house and like talk to their kids to get the fucking scoop, and is like, oh, do you have anything you want to say to your parents? And it's like it's unclear how much he told them, but like, what the fuck, like, dude.
Yeah, he just kind of breaks into the house, threatens to deport the lady.
Yeah, he goes in and like the maid is, or like not the maid, the babysitter, like, or fucking nanny or whatever is there, and she's like a Hispanic lady, and he like, he threatens to get her deported if she doesn't let him in.
Yeah,
it's
he
super
fucked. What was it called? IHS?
INE, I believe.
INE, the ICE effective,
or maybe it was IHN. It is something along those lines.
The ICE of the 80s.
Yeah, like it's a super fucked up scene, and the girl that he talks to, John's daughter, is like 10, like, and he's like, oh, is there anything you want to say to your parents on TV? And she's like, please come home, and it's like, this is fucked up. What the fuck, dude? Why would you do this?
Why?
What is wrong with you?
Chill, it's fine.
Yeah, so. And this is how Hans realizes, like, oh shit, I've got John's wife here. She talked to him earlier, and he was like, and she said that she was Miss Gennaro, so he didn't realize that she was his wife. And Hans has been like chilling in her office, like it's in her office that Ellis got killed.
Yeah.
And Hans has just like been in there. And as soon as he sees like that play out on TV, like he grabs the fucking picture that she flipped down and sees, oh, fucking John's in the picture with her here. This is his wife. I've got her. I've got leverage.
I did it.
Yeah. So John, unaware that his wife is now being taken hostage, goes up to the roof to try to get everybody. He's like, hey, the roof's rigged to blow. Get the fuck out of here. And they're like not understanding what he's saying because like they're in a crowd and they're fucking confused and shit. So he just starts shooting wildly into the air and being like, get the fuck off the roof. Get downstairs. And the cops in the helicopter think that he's one of the fucking criminals and start fucking shooting at him.
Yeah.
So, you know, but he does manage to get everybody off the roof. And, you know, and he's like fucking dodging gunfire and shit. He knows that this roof is soon to explode. So once he makes sure that everybody else is like downstairs, he goes, and finds a fucking fire hose on the roof and ties it around his waist and jumps off the edge of the roof as it explodes.
It's, yeah, I mean, it seems a little bit... Here's the thing. The way he jumps, I feel like he would be bisected by the weight of the cord.
Don't worry about that. That's fine.
It's like the Superman thing, where Superman catches the lady falling from the thing, where she should fall into like 3 separate pieces because of the weight of his arms and the effective G-force and stuff.
Right.
It's kind of that that. I feel like he shouldn't have legs anymore.
Man, fucking Superman the movie is another really good movie. We should watch that sometime.
I've never seen
it.
Anyway, I've just heard people say that.
Yeah, I like it quite a lot. The old like 70s Superman movie. It's quite good.
Cool.
We'll also watch the Zack Snyder ones at some point.
That sounds less cool.
Those are not so good.
I know.
But anyway, yeah. So he leaps off of the exploding rooftop because this is a fucking 80s action movie, baby. This is the kind of shit that happens. And like the fucking like the fire hose like hits the end of its fucking, you know, spool, and like the thing that it's like attached to it like comes off of the wall and it like manages to catch on the roof like just barely. And John realizes like, oh, this thing fell for a while and then caught, so it's probably not going to stay where it is for very long.
Yeah.
So I've got to like swing into the window here. Let's try it. Swing. Oh no, I couldn't kick through it. All right, swing back, shoot the window, swing through it, which actually does work. Like,
actually,
yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good way of doing it.
There's a similar thing that happens in I believe this first Splinter Cell's mission where that happens. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah, and so yeah, he swings into the window like right as the fucking thing is falling down, and then manages to like be on solid ground for like 2 seconds before he is being dragged out the window by the weight of the fire hose that he has wrapped around himself. So he's got to like fucking like struggle to not fall out the window as he tries to fucking untie it around his waist. Once again, this movie is very tense at a lot of points. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, I like it actually.
Like. Because this is the kind of stuff where it's like, basically what we've established throughout the entirety of this film is that John is not a Superman, and that therefore, like, this kind of stuff that he is doing is, like, literally the most insane thing he has ever done in his life, and he is on the verge of death at all times.
Pretty much.
Like, he's basically a regular guy.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him. I mean, obviously anyone would, but you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Because he came here like for a Christmas party.
Yeah, and he ends up getting wrapped up in all of this and fucking walking across broken glass and shit
to save his not so kind but kind of ex-wife.
Yeah. Oh, also, before he went up to the roof before it exploded and shit, he did have a little chat with Al where he tells Al like, hey, look, if you make it out of this and I don't, fucking find my wife and let her know that I'm like sorry about like not being supportive enough and shit, and that I was kind of an asshole and whatnot.
Yeah, and then he says it's not Al anymore, it's Dunk.
Yes, exactly. God, fuck you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so it's at this point that Argyle sees the getaway plan that the criminals have in store, which is that they've got like a fucking truck that they rolled into the parking lot before shutting it down, and they open the truck up and they roll out a fake ambulance. So he sees this shit and is like, oh fuck, this is their getaway plan. This is what they're doing. They're going. They're gonna fucking get out of here scot-free unless I do something right now. Me, Argyle. So he does something. He goes and he fucking T-bones that fucking ambulance.
He does.
Yeah, and it's badass. He T-bones the ambulance. He like gets out of it and like runs up to the guy in the driver's seat who is like trying to reach for his gun and just gives him like a good pop across the mouth right through the window.
Yeah.
Fucking knocks him out clean.
It's good.
Argyle is badass.
Yes. Argyle's actually, like, kind of like... he's kind of a non-factor in this movie, but...
For most of it, yeah, but he's just, like, he's got so much personality.
He's very
like,
lovable.
He's quite memorable
anyway. You can't
anyway.
not look at him and say, like, that guy sucks. You can't do that.
Like, he spends basically all of the movie's runtime chilling in the limo with with a teddy bear and some booze.
Yeah. How
and you can't hold it against him. Yeah, like, he's great. He's wonderful. I love him.
Everyone loves him. Everyone loves him.
I want to suck his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point, Hans contacts John and lets him know, bitch boy, I got your wife. Come get her.
Yeah, come on. It'll be cool. Come on.
So John's heading in, getting ready, and he looks at his gun and he sees, oh, I've got 2 bullets left. Just 2. And he looks across, like, the hallway and sees, like, some Christmas wrapping supplies, and there's, like, some tape that's, like, Christmas themed that's there.
That's also just kind of there, yeah.
Yeah, and he gets his... He looks at the tape and he gets an idea, that you can see on his face that he has an idea. So he goes into the fucking standoff. He's carrying an empty machine gun. And it's like, oh shit, that gun don't got no bullets in it. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? So he goes in and fucking, Hans gets him to drop the gun and shit by holding a gun to his wife's head. and it's looking rough. It's looking like he's gonna make it. It's looking like it's not, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna,
oh, no.
they're gonna get away.
Oh, God.
They're gonna do it. But unfortunately for Hans, he gets cocky and he takes that gun off of John's wife for a split second. At which point, John grabs the handgun, which he had duct taped to his back, like, so he could, like, cause he had, like, his hands behind his head, when Hans had the gun out and whatnot. Correct. And he, like, is able to just, like, reach back and grab it perfectly. And pull it out, one shot in each of the villains that is in this room. And they are the last of them. Very excellent scene.
The Last of Us, if you will.
No. Because this is good.
Last of Us could be good.
Maybe.
There's
I doubt it.
There's a world in which The Last of Us 2 was good. Did you ever think about that?
Maybe. I doubt it. That is my only thought.
You should have some more thoughts. Because that's, I don't know. I feel like that'd be nice.
So he fucking fires off the shots. Hans takes it in the shoulder and, like, goes and, like, stumbles out the window, but he, like, grabs onto John's wife's wrist as he's, like, falling. And John has to, like, go and, like, grab her to stop her from falling out, and Hans is still holding the gun very impressively and is, like, trying to, like, get a shot on John as he's dangling out the window. So John has to, like reach down and unhook his wife's watch, which, by the way, was given to her by Ellis. Fuck that guy.
Adam Ellis on Twitter.
Yeah. Yes, that guy. Yeah. No, Ellis, the cocaine guy.
Cocaine guy?
Yeah,
Adam Ellis
the cocaine guy. Yes.
It's crazy. You should tell him to stop.
Nuts.
You know him personally, right?
Anyway. No, I do not.
What?
We have had sex, but I do not know him.
That's pretty based. I respect that.
Yeah, so he has to fucking unhook her fucking wristwatch that Hans is hanging on to, and Hans falls to his death, and you can tell, like, the whole way down, he's like, oh, that motherfucker, he beat me.
He got me.
I'm mad.
I'm the angry. I'm no longer the fucking strong.
Yep, exactly. So they go, then the day is saved. They go downstairs. Diehard solves racism by having John and Al hug each other.
Yeah, it's actually pretty great.
Yeah, jokes aside, it's a good scene. I like how this movie doesn't try to do, like, no homo shit with its main characters, which it could easily have done.
Yeah.
Cause, like there are a couple scenes that, like, where it's just a couple dudes, like, clearly enjoying each other's company and, like, showing affection to each other. Like, there's a point where they're like talking on the radio and pals, and Al's like, hey man, my fucking superior is, my fucking chief isn't too keen on you, but I fucking love you, man. Yeah, you're kind of and it's like just not commented on, like, it's just cool.
You killed people in there. That's pretty based.
It is, yeah. So Die Hard solves racism. Although actually there is one more person who is still alive, and he's fucking lunging. He's got a gun. well, what's gonna happen? How's it gonna? John has no more bullets. What's gonna happen? And you just see a revolver fire off like 3 shots into the guy at like center mass.
Mach 10.
And yeah, like the fucking music swells as you see Al is ready to kill another child. He can shoot again. He can kill people again.
He's learned
fixed.
from his time.
He's cured. He's cured of his inability to kill.
Thank God.
Ah, dude, what a happy ending.
Yeah. Can you believe it? He finally learned how to shoot children again.
Absolutely.
I was worried for a minute. His trigger finger was gone for good, but
I was so scared that Al was never going to shoot another kid.
No, and there you go. And there he went. Not a kid, but he'll get him next time.
Yeah, he's got to work his way up.
Exactly. He's out of practice. It's been a while, so
yeah,
can't blame the guy.
Plus, there was not a kid handy at the moment. If there were,
well, in that case,
gone different.
Of course.
Yeah. When the urge to kill rises once again, you kill whoever is convenient.
Of course. That's just how it works.
Yes. But yeah, aside from like the weird take on cop killing a kid stuff, good movie. Fucking good movie.
Yeah, I like the movie. That's actually one of my favorites we've watched, just because like the action's just really, really well done. It's more of a thinky
really well done
movie than some people might expect out of the name Die Hard. But yeah.
Yeah, no, like there's a lot of really clever stuff. The script is really solid.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good quips and one-liners in this movie.
Yeah, lots of great one-liners. Every character is like surprise. Like every character who like actually shows up to be a character is surprisingly well developed in this film.
Yeah.
It has like a little arc for themselves.
I quite enjoy it. Who's your favorite? Is it Argyle? I know it's Argyle.
I think Argyle's probably my favorite.
Argyle's everyone's
that guy's a badass.
Yeah,
that guy's great.
Had one punch in the movie and it knocked some dude out cold.
And that was like through like a car window that was like an ambulance window, which is like pretty high up off. Like that's a hard punch to do.
I mean, that guy might have just been a little bitch, to be fair. He was like the geek programmer character.
You know what? I choose to believe that he was not a bitch.
Fair enough. He did know how to use a giant industrial power saw thing against the safe,
right?
Or like a drill or something.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure that he was actually quite a powerful, manly man, and Argyle was just manlier.
Yeah, Argyle was the ultimate toxic masculinity man. He suppressed his emotions for the entirety of his short life and put it all into that punch.
Exactly. Well, someone's got to pick up the toxic masculinity mantle after John realized, like, wait, I don't have to be threatened by my wife's success.
To be fair, John has a great moment of emotional openness in this movie, like when he's talking to Al about like, tell my wife that I'm sorry. I've been an asshole and a cock.
Yeah, and like, and in that, like, it's interesting because like, the earlier part in the film is like, you can tell that like there's some like tension between him and his wife, and like they argue a bit, and she like kind of mentions something about how like he didn't support her enough when she like went to work at this job in LA and whatnot.
Yeah.
And like there's like a little bit of an implication there, but then it's like later when John is saying like, hey, tell my wife I'm sorry, that it's like he very explicitly is like, yeah, I was threatened by her success because he says explicitly that he was threatened by her success, and the obvious implication is that this is a commentary on masculinity.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good for 1988.
Surprising despite all the weird propaganda.
Yeah, which again is like, that is like inescapable in 1988. Like that is every action movie.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Again, definitely still worth criticizing, but it is very much a sign of the times.
Yeah. And the times were weird.
Exactly. Yeah, overall, good fucking movie. I like it a lot. It's, again, this is like the platonic ideal of what a Western action movie is. Like, it has all the fucking hits that the fucking notes that you want it to hit. It does it really well. It's clever. It's fun. It's got an energy to it. It's just great. It's just a great movie.
Yeah. Don't watch the sequels.
I've heard that Die Hard 2 is actually pretty good, which I've not seen Die Hard 2.
I've not seen Die Hard 2. I've seen Die Hard 3, I believe, and I didn't like it.
I think I saw I saw Die Hard with a Vengeance. The one where he ramps a motorcycle over a helicopter.
Is that the third one? I don't remember. It's been so long since I saw the third one. It's not as memorable.
I think I think that's the 5th one.
There's a lot of them. Wow.
Either that or the 4th. And I think I also saw the one that came before Die Hard with a Vengeance, which was... Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, so the order is there's Die Hard, there's Die Hard 2, Die Harder, which is a great name.
Yeah.
There is... the third one is... The third one is Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's not the one that I saw.
Oh, okay.
The 4th one is Live Free or Die Hard, which I did see. That one's okay. It's not great. It's not as good as the first one. It's okay. It's fine.
The first one's great, so it's kind of hard to top it.
Yeah. And the 5th one... A Good Day to Die Hard, which is the one where he jumps a motorcycle over a helicopter.
Yeah.
And that one, not very good.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that we'll get to them eventually, but we've got other stuff first. It's going to be a long time before we watch our first bad movie for this podcast.
Yeah, because bad movies are not good, and I don't want to watch them.
I think the first bad movie that I have lined up is 300 in April.
Are there any so bad it's good movies we have lined up?
I mean, I don't really view that as being a thing. A lot of people would say that Evil Dead 2 is so bad it's good.
I can see that, but I think it's also just legitimately good in a lot of places.
The thing is, like, I don't really, like, view, like, if I enjoy a movie, that's just like a way of it being good as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't really like have an idea of like this is like the standard by which things are measured to be good, but it can like
are you kidding?
Break from it so hard that
criticism, Nicole, is real, and trust me about that.
Right, sure, yeah. But no, like I'm trying to think of like an example. Okay, like what is an example? Okay, so I haven't seen The Room, but like,
I love
if The Room is actually as funny as everyone says it is, then I would just consider that to be a good comedy movie, even though it wasn't intended to be one.
We should watch The Room at some point. It's not an action movie at all, but
I mean, it has like suicide and stuff, right?
It does have a suicide. That's about it, though.
Fuck it, that's violent enough.
That's all there is to it, though.
But yeah, like basically, like, when a lot of people, like, refer to, like, so bad it's good type of stuff, like, my issue with that is that I can never, like, see why there's a meaningful difference between something just being good or being so bad it's good. Like, if it entertains you as much, then it's all the same as far as I'm concerned. At which people usually reply, like, oh, well, there's differences in, like, intent, where, like, you may find The Room funny, but it's still not like a good comedy because it was not intended to be a comedy. But like, the issue that I have with that is that you basically have to either make an assumption about what the director was trying to do or rely on their word, and their word is not reliable.
I'm a death of the author shit.
I mean, hell, yeah. And also just like you cannot believe what they say about their movie. Like after The Room became this big cult hit for being quote unquote so bad it's good, Tommy Wiseau started calling it a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Which it clearly, like, he never said anything along those lines before everyone started saying how funny it was. It sure seems to me like he meant for it to be serious, but he claims that it's a dark comedy, and are we really going to, like, insist that he's lying? I mean, he probably is, but, like, I don't know, as far as I'm concerned, like, that's a funny comedy movie. Assuming it is as funny as everyone says it is.
It's pretty funny, just mostly because Tommy's voice is hilarious, and he says a lot of lines. Yeah, sure. Because he's the main character.
I need to watch it. I need to watch it one of these days. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe not for the podcast, but at least at some point we'll watch it together. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I don't really. There's nothing on the list that I would call so bad it's good because I just like that's not how I engage with things personally.
I guess. Cringe though.
But there definitely is a couple bad movies on the list, including, you know, as mentioned before, the Zack Snyder stuff. The first of which we will be watching is 300.
Oh, Zack Snyder made that one? I never actually seen it.
Yeah, it's I believe it was Zack Snyder's first comic book adaptation. But yeah, and it's boy is that movie like a something about masculinity. There's a lot of not great ideology in that film.
You don't say. I can't wait for Batman vs Superman, to be perfectly honest. That movie, I saw that in theaters.
Man, I almost died watching that movie. That movie is...
Whew!
That movie is like... especially because I rented that movie from the library, and the version that they had was the Ultimate Edition, which is like half an hour longer.
How?
Because it has all the scenes that Zack Snyder wanted to be in it, but were cut out of the theatrical version.
Like what?
I don't know. I haven't seen the theatrical version. We're gonna watch the theatrical version for this because I am not sitting through the ultimate. Like, let me look up how long.
I don't want to sit through the regular version.
Like, Batman versus Superman Ultimate Edition. Let's see here. Length. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, here's how long that Batman v Superman extended cut will be from Cinema Blend. Let's see. Okay, so the original cut clocked in at 151 minutes, which is like 2.5 hours.
God.
Yeah. The extended version Blu-ray clocks in at 181 minutes, 3 hours.
Why?
Yeah. I almost died watching that movie. It was a nightmare.
Nothing even happens in that movie. How do you fit 30 extra minutes?
God, yeah, I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. But that was the longest movie watching experience I've ever had in my life. Not because it's the longest movie I've ever seen. The longest movie I've ever seen was King Kong, the Peter Jackson version, which is also like fucking 3 hours long.
Really?
And I think it's a little bit longer than this one. But that movie is actually good. Like, it shouldn't have been as long as it was. It is too long. It should have been trimmed down. But it's like there are good scenes in it that I enjoyed watching and felt like I was alive. When I was watching Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice for 3 fucking hours of my life, it was like I passed into the next realm.
Remember when they had the
awful.
same mom or something?
Boy, they sure fucking did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Boy, they sure fucking did.
Why are they fighting again?
Let's stop talking about Batman v Superman.
Did you get the Snyder fans on our podcast comments this week?
I don't care. Fuck those guys. If you like Zack Snyder, fuck you.
Nicole had a tweet about Zack Snyder. It was not even that. It was like a response to someone else's tweet.
Yeah. Fucking our friend Lardo was posting about like the DC Comics death metal run, which has some like cool aesthetics in it, and like. And I just replied, like, I happened to be thinking about Zack Snyder that day because, like, he had come up on my TL before that, so, like, I was primed to be thinking about Zack Snyder. So I see, like, a cool-looking, but, like, also, like, grimdark, edgy, like, DC comic thing. I'm like, oh, this is, like, the not stupid version of what Zack Snyder's trying to do.
Yeah.
So I just replied to Lardo, not in not like a quote or anything, not anything public facing, just a reply. I say, Zack Snyder wishes his shit looked this cool. And like for the rest of the day, like I just had fucking ass mad fucking Snyder fans in my mentions, like tweets. Fucking. Oh yeah, it was so bad. And the thing that they always said was that he lives rent free in my head, which is very funny considering that they had to have fucking name searched him in order to find me talking shit about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. Let's stop talking about Zack Snyder for now. We're going to be watching 300 after a while, but that's not the next movie that we're watching. The next movie that we're watching is, I think it's Mortal Kombat. Let me take a look. I think it is. Let me check.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure that it's Mortal Kombat. I gotta get this shit open. Oh, no. The before Mortal Kombat is Old Boy.
Oh, yeah, Old Boy. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Old Boy next week. I don't think any of us except Mike have seen it.
I know Det saw it, but I don't know if they're actually on the podcast or not that week.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be in for that one, but like out of the bloody,
that didn't happen.
Yeah, out of the Bloody Fists crew, I think only Mike has seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, but I hear that it's really good. I know that it's got this famous action scene where it's like a guy fighting his way down a hallway with a hammer that's like all one shot, which is cool
sounds
from
cool
what
to
I
me.
hear. Yeah, it sounds pretty fucking sick.
Facing that movie of the year now, I guess that's fine. I'll just take it.
Yeah, I hear Old Boy's really good. I'm excited to see it. I've been meaning to see it for a long time. So yeah, tune in next time for Old Boy, and then after that for Mortal Kombat, which is another movie that a lot of people would say is so bad it's good, but I would say is just good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've never seen
Anyway.
it. I've also never played a Mortal Kombat game.
They're not very good in my opinion.
I know, they don't
but
look
I
very
like the
good
movie.
in my opinion.
Like, the early ones have some charm to them because I like the digitized sprites and stuff, but like they don't feel very good. They don't control very well.
Right.
And then as it went on, like they got kind of overproduced and lost what charm they had, in my opinion.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. They do control a little bit better, so there's that at least.
Okay.
Like Mortal Kombat 10 feels like competent. Like you can play it decently without like being like, ooh, why is this control like this? But it's still not great. They've still got a fucking block button, so they're trash as far as I'm concerned.
I hate that.
Yeah. But anyway, tune in next time for Old Boy, and that's the end. Goodbye. Fuck you.